I'm the mother of a gay son.
I'm the mother of a gay son and a lesbian daughter.
I'm the father of a gay son.
I'm the mother of a gay son.
I'm the mother of a lesbian daughter.
I'm the mother of a trans young person.
Our son came out when he was 18.
She was only 16.
I was brought to realise that both my children were gay.
The phone call ended with him saying that my son was gay.
When they said, I've realised I'm transgender, I was so shocked. And I didn't understand, and I didn't know what that meant, and I felt really quite lost.
We just got off on the wrong foot. You know, it was a bad start.
It was a big shock for me, and because I come from a very conservative Christian background, there was huge conflict.
I didn't know my son was gay, but I wasn't going to have a malevolent stranger trying to interfere with the happiness of my family.
I was very bewildered. I was frightened, and I was in panic that my children would be lonely in old age, would have no family life.
I mean, I couldn't bear the thought of actually losing Sarah. I mean, that would have been just totally unthinkable. But some parents do.
And I was very relieved to be able to phone Fflag.
And as soon as I got on the phone to Fflag and said, my son's gay, I burst into tears. And I thought, I had absolutely no idea where those tears came from, because it wasn't a problem, Joe being gay. And then it sort of occurred to me that actually the reason I was in tears was because Joe wasn't going to, as a gay man, wasn't going to be afforded the rights and responsibilities and the respect that his straight siblings are. And I just felt that was wrong. I felt it was unjust. And I thought, actually, I want to be involved with Fflag because they are there to support other people who, are feeling like me.
A gay son, and Fflag was the first thing that came up at that time on Google. And then I found out there was a local group. So we eventually plucked up courage to go along.
Initially, I didn't really want to go. I felt it was private, and I didn't really want to talk to anyone else about it.
I met people who understood things in a different way.
There was a room with several young people and parents all sharing their stories and helping each other, sort of hints and tips about how to cope with school or how to deal with name changes, or just sharing stories. And I was drawn in quite quickly into doing the same.
The relief when someone says to you, I know exactly how you feel. I've seen that relief on the faces of parents I've spoken to since, that is someone who really can identify with the bewilderment and the worry that you feel.
I think, to me, it then boiled down to love and acceptance of your child. And once you do that, everything gets so much easier.
What Fflag meant to me was huge relief that I wasn't on my own.
Anyone who picks up a phone, who emails from the website, who writes to us, who gets in touch, comes to a support group, they will always be talking to another parent.
We're not professional counsellors, we're ordinary parents, and it's non-judgmental. It's actually speaking to someone who knows exactly how you feel and can identify with your worry, which to someone else might not seem to be a great issue. But it is, and it's quite easy to overcome.
It doesn't take long, actually, to learn and to find out. And with that information, suddenly understanding is quite easy. I mean, I really do think that if people just thought for 5 minutes about biological sex, gender identity, gender expression and sexuality, and realised that they were 4 different things, it's quite easy to understand, and it's not a problem anymore.
Coming out to your parents is probably the most difficult thing you'll ever do. That relationship is so important, and however close they are, there'll always be in the back of their mind the doubt, will they reject me? The youngsters need help, but also the parents do. Their young child, or maybe not so young now, maybe has known the way they are they're feeling for a long time. And suddenly it's dumped on the parents and they're expected to say, yeah, that's fine, I can cope with that. So it's important that they realise that they need time to work it through, come to assimilate all the information and come to terms with it themselves. And it does take time. So that's where we think we can be very helpful.
We've all had a wobble and come out the other side, and that's what Fflag is to me.
Fflag is somewhere where we really value family love and support, and families can be different, and that can be, you know, families can be different shapes, different types.
The strength, I think, is the parental love, and just demonstrating to those that perhaps haven't got that parental love that love is still there, and we can hold your hand even if your mum and dad won't. I will never forget the London Pride 2 or 3 years ago. I was wearing my T-shirt, proud of my gay son, and this group of 3 young people came up to me, and one of them said, will you hug my friend, because her mum won't touch her now, she knows she's a lesbian. And you just think, what a waste of all that love. And so yeah, the young woman was in tears, I was hugging her, I was in tears, you know. But it's parental love, it's just being there on the ground. Joe's got one now that says, proud of my straight mum.
I also felt incredibly proud of everything that they had achieved, despite struggling with this and coming to terms with this all through their teenage years.
Fflag has opened up us into a rainbow family of all these lovely people, different backgrounds, different beliefs, different genders, sexual identities, and it's wonderful.
And I wouldn't change a hair on my son's head, but I would change society.
Fflag supports LGBT people and
Family members who have got an LGBT loved one, family member or friend.
Fflag is for anyone who needs us.
And it was one of the best things we did.